Peace, friends. I'm Mela,
I'm Aisha.
and welcome back to Unwind Your Mind, Unmasking Hypnotherapy.
Welcome. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us again. And as usual, we want to talk about, again, hanging out and where we are and how we even got started in hypnotherapy. So, as we're talking about that, we're going to feature our cocktails, which are these makeshift cocktails we're using. What is it called? Craft mix. We got the variety pack, and basically it's everything you needed in a cocktail. You can add the alcohol, you add water and ice, and you basically have a cocktail. But we are skipping the alcohol, adding a healthy, what is it, Ollipop soda.
Mhm.
And so I have the version of mango margarita,
And I believe
the
I'm
blood
drinking
orange,
blood orange.
Mai
Yes,
Tai.
yes,
So
me too.
cheers to us. And these are delicious. I would suggest getting these if you're looking for an alternative to drinking alcohol, because it has all the ingredients already in the packet. All you got to do is add water, ice, and whatever else.
I gotta shake it up a little bit, but it's really, really good. Like, I'm trying not to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is great.
It's quite delicious.
It is. Like
So,
you said, it's a really good way just to unwind
exactly.
without needing the wine, okay?
Amen.
So, yeah. So,
Let's talk about it.
yeah, let's
What's
talk about
going
it.
on?
Girl,
How did you get into hypnosis, and what does that journey look like for you? What is the path you took? Because I know we took different paths, actually.
we did, which is like really interesting, like
Mm-hmm.
very interesting. So I was looking to go back to school. I wanted to learn a different skill. I wanted to get back into healing modalities.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was looking at a couple of schools, and I was actually looking into spiritual life coaching
Okay.
when I found a school called Sweetheart,
Mm-hmm.
Southwestern Institute of Healing Arts. And you can get degree, diploma in just about anything. But part of doing spiritual life coaching, I had to like you would say master in something,
Mm-hmm.
and so I picked something, and I looked at hypnosis, right? And I looked at it, and I was like, I was like, I don't need to be playing with my mind,
Exactly.
but
Or anyone else's.
at all, at all. But I kept feeling like really drawn to it, like very, very drawn to it, actually. So I talked to one of the counselors, and she was explaining how it's a great way to do heavy shadow work, but on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that really intrigued me. So I went forward with the program, and I chose to major in hypnosis, and that really just kind of took it from there. So I was able to learn to bridge that with what I already do, which is like womb healing. I work with women to help them heal their womb, and I use hypnosis as a way to help them heal their mind. Because when we're doing womb healing, we also want to be focusing on being in full alignment, spiritual
Mm-hmm.
alignment. I believe in mind, body, and spirit healing.
Mm-hmm.
And so hypnosis is the mind, and it's a good way for me to help women overcome self-limiting belief systems the same way I had to, the same way I learned to while I was
Mm-hmm.
in school. So I'm really happy to have chosen hypnosis as a path and not have allowed like my simple fear of really just like letting somebody play in my head.
Yeah.
And I found out
Girl, that's not
obviously
simple.
right. Like
It's not simple. That's a huge hurdle for a lot of people.
it is,
Yeah.
and I hope that you can be encouraged too, because I'm really glad that I chose to overcome that fear. Because obviously I found out that nobody is playing in anybody's mind. I can't play in your mind just as much as you can't play in mine. To know that I was still in full control, and to know that I could ease my clients' minds
Yeah.
by allowing them to know that you're in control here. I'm just
Yeah.
literally a facilitator.
Yeah.
I can't do anything and make you do anything you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that and being able to allow that trust between myself and my client, I think is a beautiful thing, especially when you're watching someone conquer their mind.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy watching women overcome the things that have been holding them back so that they can step into their full selves.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So how about you? So what got you started?
Girl, being pregnant,
Okay.
I knew that I wanted to have a water birth, and I was just like, this belly is bigger than the last time. How's he getting out? And my husband was just like, yeah, I have big babies, but I was just like, all his previous babies were, C-section. So he was like, they were around 7 pounds, whatever. And they were like taken out early. And I was like, well, I'm not doing none of that. So I was like, I got this. But I was 6 pounds and I looked like I was 12 months pregnant. I would look like I was way past due. They was like, ma'am, you sure they messed up the date? I was like, and then again, the subliminals of everyone being like, girl, you're big. Oh no, how are you going to get that baby? I'm like, I'm going to be fine. I got this. But when I went to go see my midwife, I was just like, listen, lady, how's this baby getting out? He's looking really, my daughter was 7'11" and she was 2 weeks past due. Like, listen, how are we getting this baby out? Because I'm like, he's got to be bigger than 7'11" at this point. And she was like, well, you know what? Check out this hypnobirthing class and let us know. Like, I'll let you know her information and book an appointment, whatever. So I did. And that was my first experience with hypnosis. And so I didn't have the thought process of, I don't want this, or I don't want people playing my mind. I was just like, I need to be empowered to know that my body can do the thing. And that's exactly what that class did for me. So shout out to Elizabeth. And it being a really tranquil experience, because my baby ended up being 9 pounds 3 ounces. And I know we talked about that briefly before, but just on a deeper level, the inner work that I remember going through, just like I remember the point where I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this. And I was like, no, just sink back in and listen to your audio. And I was just like, okay, I got this. I don't have to be in control. The reality is your body would literally give birth without you doing a thing. Your body contracts the baby. You just have to go along for the ride and trust the process. And the minute you do that, and especially in hypnobirthing, your body will take over and you are just kind of a passenger. And you're just like breathing into all of the contractions. And all of a sudden, the thing that people say is the most painful thing becomes almost like this nudge instead of what they call a contraction. We call it like the waves. So the waves would come and I would just like breathe into it. And I was just allowing my body to do a thing. And it was no longer this, oh my God, it's about to come. I didn't even know that it was only a minute apart. They felt like 5-10 minutes apart. She was like, no, that was 60 seconds. So I felt so rested in between. So I had the energy for the next one. The hypnosis was fantastic. And then when I was actually like pushing him out, that ring of fire thing that people didn't have that. I just remember lowering my jaw because that opens up your cervix, and just listening to the audio and then trusting my body. And he came out like, there was an issue where he got stuck with his shoulders. He had broad shoulders. And even with that, even with the hiccups under hypnosis, it was like, my body got this. It's okay. I'm going to trust the people I have to facilitate this moment and just allow the body. And it went really well. Everybody else was like crying and looking like, oh my God, what's happening? I was like, guys, pull it together. We got this. We got this. I got this. Yeah. And so that was my first experience with hypnosis. And then it wasn't until 2 years later when I realized I had postpartum depression, but I was like, something is wrong. I'm not happy. I'm a stay-at-home mom. My kids are healthy. Everything looks good from the outside, but even that brings guilt. And I was like, I don't want to be mad, but I don't like y'all. I love you, but I don't like y'all. You could take this one could go back to her daddy. Like, listen, I'm gonna be in Bali somewhere. Y'all figure this out. Thankfully, my husband had more sense than I did, and he gave me so much grace in that moment and was just like, whatever you need, do it. And hypnotherapy came across my scope. And I was just like, that's the thing. I didn't really question it. I said, this is the thing, because I know that I'm not for doing medication. I'm not for therapy. Because I don't like the idea of feeling like I don't have control. Like, so I need someone else to do a thing. Yes. And it's not that you don't, when I went to take the course, it wasn't like I didn't have other people facilitating the hypnosis. But what I did learn was self-hypnosis. I did learn the skills to do it myself. So I felt empowered through that whole journey. And through that, I learned that I realized I had postpartum depression, and I kind of resolved a whole host of things, my self-confidence, my self-worth, all of the things. And I got to a point of, wow, how many people are operating like this every day and just popping pills, trying to decide the thing. And then it's coming up later on in life, like, midlife crisis.
Yep. That's exactly what a
And
midlife crisis is.
yeah, it's like you're like, no, it's fine. This is what it's normal. And then you just
like no longer
squelch it.
Anything else in that closet of trauma.
Yeah.
Pushing and pushing and pushing and
instead
pushing.
of dealing with it.
Yep.
And so that's been my process. And so now I work with companies, actually, because I was just like, I have these clients that are fantastic, but they're struggling to afford the cost of the session. While I know what I do is worth it, I also recognize and respect the fact that people are struggling. And so my target market are small businesses, anywhere from one solopreneur to a company that has 50 people. And so I look to help people, or I offer it to companies so that they can offer the services to their employees at no cost. So basically, I need hypnotherapy. I'm struggling with stress. I have somebody to call. My kids are struggling with test anxiety. You have somebody to call. I'm trying to lose weight. I would feel better. I feel more confident if I lose more weight. Cool. We got somebody we can call. So I'm looking to employ other hypnotherapists under the Ever Unfolding Mind brand, and then we work with those clients to get them whatever they need in whatever capacity they need it. And so that's what we do at Ever Unfolding Minds.
Okay. I like Ever Unfolding Minds.
Thank
you. Now, speaking of, so while we've both been talking about what we do and why and who we help, I noticed that we both focused on just kind of like a couple of areas. We both focused on mostly adults.
Yep.
But I did want to point out the fact that hypnosis is for everybody.
Everybody.
It doesn't matter if you're a child. It can definitely greatly benefit you in childhood. Actually, you get the whole jump start on.
I was gonna say it's better.
That we were just talking about how we grow up and we go through our life and we've just been pushing trauma down. Getting children early at a chance,
teaching them how to cope.
Yes, and work with their mind and tap into the power of their subconscious mind to be able to overcome absolutely anything.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. Hypnosis is also, like she was saying, for women going through childbirth. We both support women going through childbirth.
Yep.
Hypnobirthing is a beautiful thing. Hypnosis is for, you can use
I rave about it,
for moving through the transition from life to the afterlife process. Just going through. Hypnosis is
grief
for so many different things and for so many different people. So don't
limit it.
Yes.
The hypnosis is only limited by your imagination of what is possible that it could be used for. It has so many utilitarian uses, and it's just a benefit. At the end of the day, I think when you boil it down, hypnosis is all about empowering your mind. How empowered do you want to be? I find that, again, I think we talked about it again in the last video, but it's just like, if you feel like, I should say this, I like working with people that's just like, I don't know what else to do. I tried everything to lose weight. I tried everything. And then when they come to me, they're just like, oh, wow, I've lost the weight because my mind around my food, my habits around my food, the way that I eat, it changes everything. Oh, I didn't realize that I was holding or eating sweets to cope with the struggle of stress at work, because every time I struggled at school, my mom would always give me ice cream after. I'd be like, oh, you get ice cream. Anytime there was a problem, it's like, you get ice cream, you get cake, you get sweets. Or every moment, or every positive moment in your childhood is always like you getting sweets from your grandparents. So now that's the way you cope with feeling loved and feeling appreciated, is by eating it.
We continue to use those tools and lean into those tools, and they're unhealthy tools.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about, if you're still wondering, so what exactly is hypnosis? Hypnosis is exactly that. We help you get to the root cause of the issue that you're dealing with that's holding you back. We help you go back to why did it all start in the first place? Because when you can get to the why it all started in the first place, what in the beginning point of the story that you started to tell yourself, that you started to believe, that you made true, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Amen.
You know, so
okay, girl, took it to the Bible.
I'm gonna tell you in just a little bit,
exactly.
But hypnosis is a tool for helping you uproot those
beliefs,
points, and like we said, self-limiting beliefs that you have. So
and the stories you tell around those moments.
And it really, so if you're looking for a way to move through your trauma, hypnosis is a great way to do that. Okay.
And we just gave really good examples of how we've both done that in our experience, because again, because we're hypnotherapists, it doesn't mean that we don't struggle with mental health issues.
I need self-hypnosis every single day.
It's part of the regular practice, our rituals.
I went and got my septum pierced. I used self-hypnosis.
I was like, that looks new, girl.
And it didn't hurt.
No, yes. I love, because pain management, yes.
I use it for pain management, and that's another good use for hypnosis, for pain management. I was able to just get myself into a relaxed state in my mind. I had already been building myself up over the week, because I think it's my nose.
And happy belated birthday on that note, because I know you did it for your birthday, right? Exactly. Happy belated birthday. I'm so proud of myself. Yes.
Because I started to make it this big thing in my mind, and I had to bring myself all the way back.
That's it.
And I went to a trauma moment when I got my belly button pierced. And it was the worst piercing I ever had. And I always go back to that experience.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so, you
rewrite this.
Uprooting people's stuff. Let's fix this. And being able to do that, man, it was easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy. That's it.
I was like, that's it. Almost like, do something else.
Yeah. I feel like I got this.
Exactly. But hypnosis is a great tool for that. You can use it for sports and training.
Athletes, absolutely. Yes. Professional athletes. Doctors use it in surgery to get themselves focused and in alignment. I'm currently working with a law firm, because they just have high stress for their employees. It's just like, and everyone has different things. So you work at I'm using the law firm as an example, but one person struggling with self-worth, another person struggling with stress at home and grief. Everyone's dealing with other things. And when everyone is being addressed and addressing those pain points for themselves, guess who shows up better at work? Right? Because now they don't have, that's that one other thing that's not on their shoulder, that's been worked out.
This is true. Not only do you show up better at work, you show up better at home.
Oh, amen.
You're able to show up better for yourself.
Amen.
It's all about
how
to show up for yourself anyway. So again, like, reach out if you're looking for help with wound health, if you're looking for help with wound healing, if you're looking for help with just getting over and overcoming yourself. If you want to become the best woman possible, let me help you.
Best person possible.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm being.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I do women. Women empowerment. Amen.
I want to put that as my disclaimer.
That's
Everybody needs
absolutely.
I just happen to have
a passion for women.
But my friend over here has a passion for absolutely every soul.
Yeah, amen.
So if you need help with weight management, like she was saying, but really, if you have a business and you notice that the morale is down in your business, you notice that your people look stressed, but it doesn't seem like it's always a work environment. You notice that they're bringing
a lot of home stuff.
You notice that people are triggered. Somebody might get mad because somebody didn't clean a coffee pot, but it has nothing to do with that. Aisha is a great person to help you bring up the morale and raise the vibration in
change the culture within the business. Yes, I think that's the most important thing. When you realize, like, oh my God, we start this business, we are all idyllic in the way we start, right? And everything's working good. You feel like you have the right people, and then you grow, and then we're hiring more people that don't necessarily meet the culture, but we need somebody. And then so all of a sudden you realize years later, maybe 2-3 years later, like, we've grown, we're making money, but my people are not happy. The energy around work.
You want your people happy.
Means that your business will thrive.
Work environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our information will be down at the bottom. Hit us up, drop a comment. Again, if you have questions, let us know so that we can help you get more understanding. Again, we're here to just remove the stigma.
Yes. Have conversation.
Yes. And then again, we're going to be bringing in people from different walks of life to talk about how they get through a mental health, but also to talk about how they use hypnosis.
You said that earlier. So this is something you said earlier made me think about a podcast I was just listening to, and I don't remember the gentleman's name, but he is a world-class hypnotherapist. He has a school and all the things, and he was saying how he does like really quick hypnosis sessions. And I know that we do longer sessions, and we, even though we do the same thing, our process looks slightly different. Some of the things are the same, we just call it different things. But he was just like, no, I could do one in 60 seconds. I mean, like, hold on. So we're going to meet people that do rapid inductions, rapid sessions. We want to just show the gamut of what it could look like, because every session isn't the same.
Yep, it's not at all. And you know what? I also want to talk to a stage hypnotherapist.
Yes, me too.
Because I am very interested to just understand how people bark like dogs. I just want to know.
Yeah.
But so that we can help you understand how that is possible with stage hypnosis, but it's not what hypnosis actually is. But just to bridge the gap and bring everybody to a full understanding. So like really, our show is just about, like we keep saying, helping you understand, but
breaking down stigmas and breaking down the stereotypes,
bringing it all together so that you can see that it's for you. It might be for your mom. It could be for your uncle. It could be for,
because it's for us.
You know,
it's definitely for us.
I definitely used it this morning when I first woke up.
Exactly.
But, you know, it's the thing that I do, and I am so grateful that I tapped in, because it's a tool that I'll never stop using ever. Ever.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm thinking until I'm 129. That's that's part of the hypnosis also.
Yep.
Super long life.
Long longevity. And then we'll also teach you self-hypnosis as well. We'll teach you the tools that you need to know, so that you can do this practice by yourself, because you don't necessarily need us. We're here to help you do like the real work, the deeper work. That it's hard for you or might be difficult for you to do yourself. But you can still do this by yourself.
I think we're talking about that in the next session, right?
Yeah, we will. We will. It's a great manifesting tool too.
Yes.
If you're into manifestation, you definitely want to learn some stuff.
And that's it. And what I find, that maybe that should be one of the shows also. Manifestation and hypnosis, one and the same, or no?
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Let us know on below, and say hi, leave comments, leave questions, and let us know what you think about the show so far. All right. But I think that, that's it. You know, on that note, cheers to us.
Oh my gosh, I almost finished it.
I know.
Thank you again for coming.
Thanks for coming in.
Your mind.
Exactly.
I'm Masking Hypnotherapy.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for spending your time with us here at Unwind Your Mind, Unmasking Hypnotherapy. We know there's a lot of choices with where you can spend your time, and we just want to say thank you again for choosing us. We hope that we can impart our knowledge onto you guys in a fun and informative way, all while spending some time together, right? If you have any questions, subscribe, comment below. We look forward to seeing you next time.